Hi guys, welcome to Meet Up with Her. This is Jen. So excited because the topic we are talking about is so close to my heart. My IIM MBA journey. I'm not going to give any spoilers or any trailer before we start today, as I usually do, because I want to straight away dive into the video and not hold you back. So, the first time ever, without any trailers, let's get into the video. Let's go! I will start with my background, that is my pre-MBA experience and life, and then I'm going to cover my during MBA life, and then I'm going to talk about post-MBA. I did my graduation in commerce. Okay, so I make up the lesser percentage of a regular MBA class, which has mostly engineers. Okay, so I did my bachelor's in commerce, that is BCom honors, from Indore, and after that I moved on to work in the marketing domain at a social media management company which is in Bangalore. So I was working there for 3.5 years, 3 years and 4 months to be exact. Okay, and after that I decided to apply for what has always been my aim, MBA. I decided to apply, but I was not sure where. Okay, so rewind. So the very first time I decided to enroll for my graduation, that is my BCom, I had this aim in my mind that I am going to pursue an MBA. But I never wanted to do it without having some significant work experience or some kind of experience in the industry. And I'm not just talking about internships, I'm talking about some real experience. At that point, it did not have to be an office experience. It can also be a business experience, a startup experience, an experience in the Bollywood industry, in media industry, in Hollywood, in Tollywood. It can be anything, right? I just wanted some real world experience to know how people actually work and what are the daily stresses like, what are the daily joys, what is that colleague bonding like, what is teamwork actually like. I wanted to have all of that experience first and not just read everything from books. I wanted to experience something first so that I'm able to absorb my knowledge which I am going to get from an MBA better, right? So I always had that in mind. And luckily, I was also doing a lot of freelancing gigs along with my college in marketing. So I was leveraging social media a lot to do a lot of blogging and social media marketing basically, which gave me very good exposure to the other side, that is the work life. Okay, but this was freelance, and you would say, even I would agree, that this is not a full-time experience in a workspace. Correct. So that is why when I got an offer from a company, from a very good company in Bangalore, I decided to take it up, and I worked there for more than 3 years, and that was the time which actually shaped me into a very mature person, because I went in at a very naive age of 20, and I moved out when I was like 23 and a half. Okay, so it really shaped me as a person. I learned a lot about how you actually work, what are the processes like, different departments, how everything has to go together for a smooth workflow, and so many things, so many nuances that are there, which you only learn when you're actually there in the office every day, hustling, right? So because I always had that aim and I knew I was on the right track, I never left my passion. Also, because I was always interested in blogging, I kept a blog. I kept myself occupied with basically curating all these experiences whenever I got a chance, and I kept managing both work life and also my passion. And then when I reached around 3 years, at the 3-year mark at my workspace, I knew I have to start preparing for my entrance exams. At that point, I had this conflict in my mind on whether I should go for an MBA in India or abroad. I'm sure a lot of us have this, not all, but all of us have this doubt. And I get a lot of questions on LinkedIn, even today, when a lot of you ask me which one is better, career wise, placement wise, and a lot of different things. And that is a topic I will cover in a different video. But for now, I'll just talk about what I went with. So I had this idea, okay, or this preference to go abroad, right? And I wanted to focus on Canada and the US. But this was only because I had this doubt in my mind that in India IIMs are the best, but it's just too difficult. There's so much of competition. You need to clear CAT, and there's so much that goes into getting that IIM seat. So I might not be able to do it, so I'll probably just try abroad, right? So this was always there in the back of my mind, and that is the reason I always preferred an MBA abroad. And I also started preparing for my GMAT. I started taking coaching in a coaching institute in Bangalore, which is in Kormangla. I used to go there over the weekends, and weekdays I used to go to work. It was a struggle, but it is what it is. And I gave my GMAT, and the score wasn't really good. It's not even something I want to talk about. Okay. And I knew I had to try again. So now I changed my strategy a bit. I was like, okay, probably GMAT is a little bit tricky, and why shouldn't I focus on the GRE? Because a lot of schools also accept that, right? I mean, there's no set rule that if your score in GMAT is a little less, it might be better during the GRE, but you should try everything, right? So then I started preparing for my GRE, and luckily it went well, and I used those scores, applied. And where did I apply? I applied to IIM Udaipur. Now, rewind. This was a time wherein I was all set. I had shortlisted a couple of universities in the US and in Canada, and I was all set to apply there as well. But one fine day, I saw an ad on Instagram of IIM Udaipur, and they were launching a new program, a new MBA program for experienced professionals who have more than 3 years of work experience, and this will be an MBA in DEM, which is Digital Enterprise Management. Yes, a 1-year MBA, and it required candidates to have more than 3 years of work experience, full-time post-college work experience, and also GRE scores, recommendation letters, essays, and the normal process. And somehow I felt that this is the right one for me, and it was from a very good institute. I had read a lot about them. I knew the faculty was good. I mean, I did not know any one of them personally, but I had read a lot about them, the reviews from past students, and somehow it just felt right. I spoke to a couple of past students, and it was all so good. I was like, why don't I try for this? And you won't believe, I applied at the exact deadline. So the deadline was, I think, 15th of February, midnight, 11:59 p.m. and my application was actually submitted somewhere around 11:30 p.m. on 15th. And I was like, oh my god, it was like just on the dot. It was just meant to be. And at that point in time, I just wanted to get through, because it helps me stay in my own country. Okay, so I applied, and I got shortlisted for it. I had a personal interview post that, and everything went well. I was offered an admission, and I started my MBA journey at IIM Udaipur. It was like the best time of my life. Okay, so at this point, if you want me to talk more about my interview experience, the application submission, do's and don'ts, tips and tricks, then please comment below and let me know. I will make a new video focused on these topics, because it will take a lot of time for me to explain each of them, and I don't want it to be all crumbled in this video. Okay, let me know. My during MBA experience, it was one of a kind. It was amazing. It was surreal, so good. So because this was the first ever batch of MBA in Digital Enterprise Management, we had a lot of pampering. The firsts are always special. So the college took care of us so well, and even though it was a time in 2020 when we were all stuck with the pandemic, we never felt isolated. We always had each other's backs. We always had sessions whenever requested, extra session, direct access to teachers, professors, notes, anything and everything which you want to excel, you were provided, right? And the best part about this course was that we got to know a lot about the digital transformation which is now here, right? About cutting edge technologies like the blockchain, AI, Internet of Things, 5G. There's so much out there, and it's just not possible for you or for me to just know everything. But this course helps you learn everything to succeed in the digital world. And if you are someone who fancies learning about new technologies, what's happening, what's coming up, then this is it. You also get to do live projects with 2 different companies. This is like a mini internship when you're working with 2 real companies on a real problem. This will be in the term 2. So there are basically 3 terms: term 1, term 2, term 3. And your term 1 will mostly be focused on the foundational MBA subjects like accounts, finance, organizational behavior, etc. etc. Term 2 is where you will start deep diving into the digital technologies, subjects like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, blockchain, design thinking. All of these will start coming up. And also your projects, the live projects, which will be group projects. And term 3 is where, and term 2 will also have your placements, which will run down until term 3. And term 3 is where you will start focusing more on different segments, that is different fields. So term 3 is going to be focused more on industries. You will learn about digital transformation in the healthcare sector, in finance sector, in the social sector, and a lot more. And of course your live projects continue, the placement season continues. Overall, I would say the USP of this project has been how digital focused it is. In today's world, if you're not abreast with the technologies, with the changing world, with analytics, you are somewhat behind, right? And learning from the best in the industry, from the best faculty, teaming up with people, your peers, who are so passionate about learning about these technologies. All of this is an experience in itself. You learn so much during your group studies, during your sessions with your alumni, from the faculty, and definitely from books and the notes and the case studies. A lot of your sessions are going to be focused more on case studies. So you will be given a case before the session and you would be expected to read the case study, make your own questions, make your analysis, choose your side, or there will be a set of questions. You would be expected to answer them or have an answer ready. And then during this class, that is when you give your pointers. You put forward what you have thought. How did you go about thinking? And then when you hear your batchmates and their thought process, you are amazed, because there is so much diversity and at the same time there is so much of learning there. And then when the professor is going to talk about their understanding, there is no right or wrong in most of the cases, right? There will be only a change in perspective, different perspectives, different thoughts, different ideas. It's so good to learn from perspectives, right? So this is what IIMU is for you, for me, for everyone. Case-based learning, simulation, experiential learning, truly living the experiential learning. This might seem like an ad I'm doing for the college, but it's not. This is my true, genuine feeling. This is my love and all of the support I want to give to all of you who are at the same stage I was a year ago. And I want you to know that if you are planning for an MBA in the digital enterprise management subject, then you are doing the right thing. You are at the exact right spot, the sweet spot. Go forward, go with this decision, enjoy your life, enjoy the college experience. The campus is beautiful, the people are beautiful. You are going to have a great time. You'll also have subjects like design thinking. And design thinking, for all of you who do not know, is about solving problems with that creative touch, wherein you do a lot of ideation, you work with the customer to frame solutions. You start with the questions. You do not start with the solutions in mind. You first start with the questions. You dive deep into the questions to understand if the questions are right, if you're focusing on the right ones or not. Because if you are focusing on the wrong questions, then there's no point. You do a lot of ideating, a lot of brainstorming, a lot of feedback sessions, and then you build prototypes. You go slowly towards your end product, and you work with the customer throughout to make sure you are on the right track. So there is so much of learning, and the creative aspect of it is the best, I would say. And this is a subject which is going to help you a lot when you start working. And also a subject called product management, which I have not seen a lot of institutes provide, especially in India. That is also going to be a part of your course at IIMU. And product management, for all of you product lovers, product geeks, is the best thing that can happen to you. You learn everything from end to end of a product life cycle, how to become a product marketer or a product manager. The best course for you there. There's something for everyone. There's a course on analytics, there is a course on product management, agile, DevOps, each technology, as I've always spoken about, the foundational courses. You have live projects. So cool. Overall, a great experience, and I would totally recommend this course to you. And if you have any questions at any point, please comment below, reach out to me on LinkedIn. I will give my LinkedIn ID details in the description section or somewhere here, right? And yeah, let me know. I'll help you with it. The most important cherry on the cake, you have already heard about IIM Udaipur's great achievements which are ongoing. It is already accredited with a lot of good tags. I'm going to link them somewhere here or in the comment section, in the description section. You can read about it in detail on the website, and you can talk to any of us about it. Coming to Post-MBA. So I got placed in term 2 when the placement season started. I got placed in a consulting role as a technology consulting analyst, and it has been great, right? The interview experience was amazing. I already have a video on cracking interviews, on making sure you give your best interviews. This is based on my personal interview experience, so I give you tips and tricks to crack that interview. I'll link it somewhere here. Please watch that video if you want more details on how to give your best interview. And yeah, so I got placed in this company and I'm working there currently. It's been a couple of months since I joined, and it's been a great experience. All the learning which I received during the course, during my tenure at IIMU, I have been able to apply all of them during my job, and also it makes it much more easier to grasp the concepts when I'm going about with my job duties and responsibilities. It makes it better, easier, okay, which is the best part, because as I spoke in the beginning, I come from a non-technical background. So for me, switching or moving to a technical role, I wouldn't say a too technical role, but a role which requires technology understanding, that gap had to be bridged, and that bridge was IIMU. That bridge was the MBA in DEM, and I'm so proud I took that step. I'm so glad I took that step. I have earned beautiful batchmates who have been my support system. I've earned professors who are not just professors, they are mentors, they are guides, and they are such amazing souls, right? And I've earned a family, a community. That is all you ask for. So this was my experience at IIMU. I hope you liked it. I tried to be as specific I could about the course, about the terms, about the subjects. But if you think you need more insights on any of these segments, or if you think you need to know more, then please let me know in the comment section below, and I will answer that for you. Or reach out to me on LinkedIn and we will connect to solve whatever your question is. Right? You can also reach out to anyone from our college. Everyone is going to be eager to help you out. Right? Most importantly, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. I will look forward to seeing you in my next video. I'm planning to do more on MBA and answer a lot more questions which I regularly get on LinkedIn. So yeah, that is something which is there in my mind as of now. If you have any further questions, you know where to reach me. I'll see you again very soon. Wishing you the best personally and professionally. Keep growing, keep learning, and keep succeeding. Bye bye.
This land is yours.